We're Suzi, Martin, and Julian, and we're exploring Kelowna, British Columbia for the first time. In the last episode, we swam and ate our way through downtown Kelowna. This time, we're venturing out to West Kelowna to visit an orchard and swim in lakes, before ending our journey with an overnight stay on an organic vineyard in Kettle Falls. We ventured an hour outside of downtown Kelowna to see the farmlands.
We arrived at a beautiful farm. A lot of people are here and it's gorgeous looking, so it seems like a big attraction. Beautiful truck here. We are going on a train here in the farm, and it's Julian's first time on a farm to understand where the food comes from. So now he's looking at apple trees and he sees apples are growing on them. You see the apples, Juju?
Apple.
You see they grow on trees? Now it looks like tomatoes are growing now.
The view is amazing.
Little boy on a farm.
Located in Vernon, Davidon Orchards is a family-run farm that's been operating for over 87 years. It has plenty of family activities, including a train ride around the farm. This 120-acre farm has 5 types of fruit trees, including 20 varieties of apples, which are sold on site. So of course we had to try some, especially their freshly made apple juice.
Apple juice.
Is it good? Next, we headed down to Cal Beach on the northern tip of Kalmalka Lake.
Another day, another beach, another lake.
That's right. This one looks really pretty, like if you're up above, but when you're actually here, it actually looks kind of murky. But it is also a lot warmer, and there's fewer waves than the other beaches that we've been at, so it's a little bit safer.
Yeah, down is muddy, that's why it's muddy.
Yeah, exactly. The bottom isn't as nice.
Yeah. The end of the day, and it's been an all-day travel pretty much. We went north in the valley where it's more green and there are 2-3 more lakes or something like that, which is pretty intense, right? Everywhere there's a stunning lake. Beaches are just amazing around every corner here. Water gets warm more than California's sea and ocean do, right? So what's the downside? Then we had food at a pretty good place called Skinny Duke's Glorious Emporium.
The vibe is like from the 70s, and it's done really, really well. And the food is surprisingly really good. It has a really eclectic kind of fusion menu. But all 3 items we had were really good.
Yeah, I recommended that one for sure. Now the time is to take a walk through the waterfront, really. This is the main city park, which is right on the beach. And it just goes around, and you see downtown Kelowna, you see the hills there, West Kelowna, and all the wineries and cliffs and villas over there. It's a really pretty place with everything seems to be really high quality. Is it cool? You have to make sure we get out of their way.
For our last full day in Kelowna, we once again headed outside of town.
So we're here today in West Kelowna, where there's a lot of vineyards with views, which is a very classic Okanagan thing, it seems, which we want to do and film. So we're spending the day on the west. There's some beaches, but everything is a lot more suburban. But the benefit is actually that you have farms in the middle that are really gorgeous, like the vineyards and the orchards.
So we stopped and had breakfast at a diner, and it was pretty good. Like, it wasn't, you know, mind-blowing food, but it was a step above your average diner where you get your breakfast and brunch. So that was good to start with, but hopefully we can find another commercial zone that's a little bit more cute.
Supposedly we're heading towards a nice historic village with beaches called Beachland, and we'll see what that is like.
So as we're driving out, you can see that there's a bunch of housing here. Looks like a mix of townhouses and standalone houses, and brand new ones, in fact. So they're still building. So this neighborhood is pretty new. I mean, closer to the water, those houses looked a little bit older, but right now they are building tons of new housing out here. Okay, that beach looked like it was nice from the road, but it's hard to tell. So when we actually went up close to it, it also looks very rocky and there's a lot of waves. So not quite the best spot either. So we see one in the distance that we're gonna try to check out in person, and hopefully that will do it.
We found the main part of Beachland, gorgeous place. A little narrow, let's find a spot. Children are going in.
It's right next to this inflatable water park, which we've seen in other parts of Canada, but it's nice because it's a landmark, so it kind of tells you that this is a developed beach area.
All around us is amazing backdrops. In every direction you're surrounded by this valley, lake and highlands and villas on the side. Just swim, he moves.
Yeah.
You might want to come here, Medina.
Oh, that's cold, but it feels good. This might be proof that we're becoming true northerners, but the temperature of this water in the lake is like perfect. It's so good. It's nice and chill. It's like refrigerated, air-conditioned water surrounding you, which is really nice on a hot day. Okay, watch that, don't drop these in.
Going to this point, how high-end, how high quality this area is compared to everywhere we've been in the world, and it's still mostly an undiscovered gem.
Yeah, this whole stretch that we're driving, there's basically little private beaches everywhere, and so you don't have to crowd in one place. There's lots of little places where you can just pull over and relax, and you have the whole beach to yourself, and we've seen lots of little groups doing that.
Who's a little beach goer?
Someone's ready to swim. Well, we just had one of our last swims here in Kelowna. We decided to hit up our condo pool, and Juju really liked it. We swam for almost an hour.
It's basically a beach pool vacation, and it's so crazy that one of the best times we've had with that kind of vacation has been in Canada.
Every single time we've gone swimming, actually, we've gone somewhere different on this trip.
Yeah.
And there are still more places that we could keep adding to that list. So yeah, there's a lot of good places that we'd like to return to here. So we're off to our last dinner here. We're thinking of hitting up this place called Central because it's extremely close to us. Like, it's just right around the corner from where our B&B is.
There we go.
So this is actually breakfast. It just sounded like a good idea. We had to get this ice cream one more time before we left. So this time I've got London fog. It's just so good. I will come back just for a scoop of that. Well, these are our last couple of hours in Kelowna before we leave. We just had our ice cream. Now we're taking one last walk through the park.
Yeah, it's nice to see the view again, but we're gonna see it a lot from the car too. But from now on, 3 hours of driving, but Julian has to expend some energy so he sleeps well in the car.
It's a ghost strip.
Are you cozy?
Cozy.
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 So altogether, this was a massive win and a surprise for the positive. Wow.
Yeah, I've always heard of Kelowna, but I had no idea just how good it was here. And, you know, obviously it's to taste. Some people may not like it here, but we really like it. This is definitely our style of a place that we like to visit. It kind of reminds me of Santa Barbara in a way, because it is by a beach, and it does have a lot of like walking zones, a lot of commerce, but it is a newer version of it because there is so much building happening here.
It's also 4 seasons. We're interested what happens in the winter when the snow comes, and that's one of the reasons this place is intriguing. But right now in the summer, it's actually a really high quality summer vacation with beaches and everything, good food, and we can do our beach hopping. When our kids are older, we can do hiking, which we didn't do today because Julian is 2. But there are hikes in every direction, there are boating in every direction. It's just so good in so many ways that are high end. This place is gonna blow up, trust us. Today the whole thing is that we're going from Kelowna all the way through this Kettle River Valley, which goes towards the USA. Now we're going down to America, back towards the Columbia along this other river called the Kettle River. And there, near the confluence, we have our lodging, maybe an hour and a half out of Spokane or something like that.
I want a sheep.
You see sheep?
Yeah.
I see flowers.
Flower.
It's
Pile.
quite the adventure getting here, but what the grounds are is like amazing.
Amazing. Oh. Strawberries. And that one.
It's alright. Well, we made it to our accommodations for the night. It was quite a drive, but yeah, this is a really cool winery and a very cozy little overnight cottage. There's a little place to lounge, table, chairs, big bed for everybody. Ooh, we've got the bathroom, cute little tub, and another room. Pretty different from where we were staying for the last few nights, but it's always nice to come out to the countryside and stay in these little B&Bs to support businesses, but also just to experience life out here, because, you know, as much as we love the scenery, this isn't quite a lifestyle that we personally would want to live in, you know, full-time or even part-time. It's a little too remote for us. But for one night or for a few nights, it's really nice to experience it. It's a great off-the-grid experience that we can give to Julian.
So we drove like half a day, but it's truly rewarding because... You want a hand? It's rewarding because this place is... Oh, okay.
Okay, I got it.
She's coming.
Come, Gigi.
Okay.
There you go. Stay by us. All right, well, we're strolling through an organic vineyard. Maybe our first, actually. But it is home to some very delicious organic wines.
Yeah, we did the wine tasting and now we're exploring the land and the riverfront. This is truly a magical place. We drove half a day to get here, but it's like stunning, honestly. Everything is just right. It was made off the grid over 15 years by a family.
50 years.
50 years,
50.
right. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, pretty intense. So all around you is forest and vines and the Columbia River. Pretty baller, honestly.
Oh, I see it down there. Yeah, so we sampled wines. Between the two of us, we had 12 wines, and there were, I think, a couple more than that. So there are at least 15 different wines here. Unique because they're all organic, so they're free of sulfites. They can help if you're someone like me who's allergic to wine. I do think it started to get me towards the end, but it is different, a very different tasting than your typical wines that you have.
We're walking the path along the Columbia River to look for a beach right off the winery. Here's the Columbia. Here's the little boy and mommy hiking through the forest. It doesn't get much better than this. You got your hat on?
Hat on.
Yeah, you got your hat. Got your water?
Good boy. Oh.
So Suzi and Julian are actually braving the water, mostly because it's really hard to keep Julian off it. But this is the Columbia River, a little tiny cove. Typically I would say rivers are a very distant third from lakes and seas when it comes to going in the water. Maybe even oceans are better than rivers because of the currents. They're treacherous. But if you find yourself a little quiet cove and know what you're doing and don't go mess with the actual river current, you're fine. There, we're all in the river now.
It feels so good. This is a great temperature. You feel good?
Very.
Very,
Good.
very good, you see.
Yeah. Feels nice.
One of the main things we want to accomplish with raising Julian is that he's not living in this artificial, superficial city environment 100% of his life. Because we are aware we live in a city, but our city is so close to nature and so well connected to nature, because within 30 minutes or even within the city you have old growth forests, seas, lakes, rivers, everything, and then you come out and you have infinite wilderness where we can do this. And so Julian will not be per se the city kid, you know, or we try any moment we get to get out in nature.
A big bear.
Very good.
Feel good?
I should have
Yeah. Okay. You like the water?
water.
Feels good?
Fish go.
Yeah, we just do it for a little bit because it's cold. We don't want to stay in for too long. But if you stay in for just the right amount of time, then you come out and you feel so good.
A family moment.
Yeah, we're all hiking.
One moment.
A moment.
Hiking in the forest next to the river, next to a vineyard.
Yeah, Juju is riding. He's very happy. He said amazing.
Riding.
Amazing.
Riding.
Riding, yeah, riding.
You're riding on Dada's shoulders.
Daddy's shoulder.
You went in the river with mommy.
We were married.
We went swimming.
Swimming.
Yeah, it's a good day.
A good day.
Yeah.
We're having a real treat out here, eating in the garden while it's raining and sunny at the same time. And all the salad we're eating is from the garden out there. Totally organic, homegrown, everything, heirloom. You don't get this. It's so good.
Back to dig into this broccoli soup. I do love broccoli. Oh, that's delicious.
What's that?
Probably the best broccoli soup I've ever had. Broccoli.
Broccoli.
Oh yeah, I agree. It's the best broccoli soup I've ever tried. I don't know the recipe.
So good. We weren't expecting any food, to be honest. We were kind of like, are we gonna have to drive an hour to the general store to find some food? But this is a nice surprise. The food is very, very good. And the setting is even better.
What's that?
Sheep.
Yeah. A sheep.
We're having the most lovely breakfast out here in this vineyard that we're staying in. Julian's been playing all morning with some dogs that are white poodles and he thinks they're sheep. But now this pancake breakfast is pretty mind-blowing. How is that for a setting?
So good.
And the plate looks magical too, with flowers they put on the table.
Juju's first golf course, or golf cart.
The host gave us a little golf cart to drive to the garden. I think it's Julian's first time on a machine like this.
Yeah, it's cool. Golf cart.
This is fun.
Yeah, it's a nice way to get around actually.
There's the garden.
Yeah, this is a really, oh, here's some tomatoes. Yeah, look at those. Nice dog.
Plants?
Plants, yeah. You see the plants? Nice plants. Nice dog.
Plants?
Whoa. Wow, that was such an unbelievably nice stay. We're kind of sad to leave, especially because there's going to be happy hour and a birthday party later today, so there's a lot going on here, surprisingly. And this is somewhere that we definitely want to return to.
Yeah, that's right. I expected it to be very remote and honestly isolated, but it's actually full of people and they keep coming for things.
But it is actually kind of remote and isolated, so a little surprising that there are people, but it seems to be like this is like a community hub of sorts, and so a lot of people do stop by for various things, which is kind of nice. You always have people around when you're here.
The hosts were really great people and they seem to have done really well for themselves in all ways. Like they have this land and it's immaculate, everything is just perfect. It's been built up with several structures, gardens and vineyards, and produce comes out of here and events are held here. And yeah, just well done. I'm surprised.